You just don't care.
Just about 21 minutes after the hour of 6 o'clock on this Now Morning Show Friday. Now, born out of the vision and aspiration to identify and encourage talent from every village and community in the country, the Prime Minister's Best Village Trophy competition can be labeled as a story of community vision, extraordinary talent, exquisite indigenous cuisine, and an experience of the culture of folk tradition. And so joining me to talk more about this is the manager of the Prime Minister's Best Village Trophy competition, Mrs. Louris Lee Singh, and a representative from the county of Sangre Grande, Miss Miss Kriscel, actually, James. Good morning, ladies. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Louris, well, you're no stranger to us. I mean, we've had you here so many times.
I feel quite at home. Thank you.
But of course, the Prime Minister's Best Village Trophy competition, I mean, what is it about? And of course, who is it targeting?
Well, the Prime Minister's Best Village Trophy competition, quite a mouthful.
Yes, it is.
Or as we call it, Best Village,
Yes.
is all about creating a showcase for talent, creating a forum for young people and middle-aged people and older people to explore their creativity, their performance skills, their designing skills, their dance skills, their musical skills, in a forum that helps them to professionalize as well as to enjoy it, you know, in a safe setting where it's very healthy competition. And for years, you know, 60 years next year, right? We're almost as old as Trinidad and Tobago as an independent nation. So next year we will be celebrating 60 years, and we just want to show Trinidad and Tobago, you know, that we appreciate all the things that we've been able to do over the years. I mean, the whole Parang resurgence, Daisy Voisin, first sang Parang in Best Village.
Wow,
okay,
yes.
And you know, we're here to preserve the culture as well. You know, born out of the then Prime Minister touring to different villages, seeing performances and saying, wow, we need to do something
To
about
showcase
this.
this, yes. And so this is how the competition
And Best
was.
Village was born, you know. We
Wow.
have prizes, we offer the groups a lot of support, and we'd like to see more groups participate.
Yeah.
You know, we're having a very exciting season. We've had 6 shows with folk presentations. That's like folk choral, calypso medley, folk medley. We do things like African devotional song, Indian devotional song, all these sorts of traditions, religious and folk traditions. We try to preserve it.
So this is a whole cultural event that's taking place, and I appreciate that. But I'm wondering, is this edition the return? How was it during the pandemic for the competition?
Yeah, I think that's quite a good title, actually. I might steal that. This is definitely the return. You know, we have not been able to do Best Village for 2 years. It's really interesting because I joined the division in March, and I'm working with our coordinator, Mr. Augustine Francis, and we both feel like newbies together, even though he's been with the program a long time, because, you know, we haven't done anything for a couple of years, like everybody else. You know, and now that it feels like we're back, it feels so weird to remember all that confinement and restrictions.
Yeah. It seems like so far away.
It's crazy.
Yes, yeah. Well, I'm going to bring you in here as well, Kriscel, because I want, Kriscel. Why do I keep calling you Kriscel? Kriscel. I'm going to bring you in here. I think she looks like a Kriscel. So you are actually a delegate for the Miss Lauren Rive, is it? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, when I think about the entire competition, it's very, very new to me. I think I first considered the opportunities of modeling pageantry at the beginning of the year because of the entire lockdown and pandemic. So when I stated that this is something that I was interested in, my dance coach was actually the one to tell me about Lauren Rive and all these competitions coming up, and I was like, okay, yeah, let's do all of them. Why not?
Yes.
And with each venture, I'm always telling myself, put your best foot forward, give it your best. And I feel like I'm most comfortable on stage.
Yes.
So when performing, when speaking, I feel as though that's when I break out, as opposed to You know what? There's this weird thing when you're in front of a small crowd, you're more nervous. When you're in front of a big crowd, it's like, okay, I have this. That is exactly how I
you
am.
feel, yeah.
So the entire competition, everything leading up to it, all of these experiences, I feel like it's just preparing me for more of what it is that I know I can do, and more of what I want to do in the future.
Now, in terms of pageantry, because you seem to love pageantry, the modeling and stuff like that, why Miss Lauren Rivet as opposed to, let's say, a Miss TNT World or Miss TNT Universe?
Oh, yes, I've considered this question multiple times, and I think it's because I just do not feel as though I have the training yet, and I don't feel like I am fully ready to pursue Miss Trinidad and Tobago, because I would have seen ads about it. I would have had people tell me, you should probably go for Miss Trinidad.
Yeah, because you have the height, you have the poise, so.
But it's within me, I know that if I jump to that level now, I think I'll be selling myself short, because I have not received that grooming and that forming yet to actually take on that venture. So that's why I believe Lauren Rivet is perfect right now, because it gives you that training, it gives you those opportunities, it exposes you to the arts in general, so that when I do take on that venture, I'll know I'll be ready.
You'll be ready.
Yeah,
Larissa shaking her head like yes, like you're so proud of the competition.
Yes, no, she's absolutely right. You know, so well said. So well said.
Now, Larissa, I mean, what other categories can we look out for in the Best Village competition?
Well, we've actually completed most of the folk presentation categories. We had music and dramology. Folk music and dramology at Queen's Hall last week, Wednesday and Thursday. That was amazing. And you know, don't worry if you missed it. You can actually you can actually still catch the live stream.
Oh, nice. Okay.
We're live streaming all our events now, because we don't have like big halls that we're using. You know, Best Village is huge. So because we don't have all these big halls, we want to make sure that people who can't get in can still see the show.
Of course.
So on the Ministry of Sport and Community Development's Facebook page, you can actually take in the entire show.
Yes.
We even have like a backstage MC, so you get in like
interviews.
good backstage interviews.
Kriscel Fish just lights up backstage interviews.
I see it, and I'm like, oh, that looks fun.
Yeah, interesting. And of course, with the shows that's coming up, just tell us quickly exactly when, where we can get more info.
Sure. Well, tomorrow we have the Miss Lauren Rivet Self-Expression and Talent Competition. And I'm not going to lie, the tickets are very, very hot right now. We dropped off 300 tickets to Napa yesterday, and they were gone by like 2 o'clock. Wow. Okay. So is pace. We've sent down some to San Fernando for this afternoon, so people from San Fernando can access them. But we expect those to go very quickly. So look out for it on the Facebook page. But the show is tomorrow at 6 p.m. at Napa. And then the grand finale, the final, where we will crown Miss Lauren Rivet 2022 for the first time in 2 years since 2019.
Yes.
Will be at SAPA, Southern Academy for the Performing Arts, on Saturday, the 3rd of September. So that's the following Saturday at 6 p.m.
Right. And of course, Louris, any more information we need to get about any of these shows, we can go to, is it the Ministry of Community Development's Facebook page?
Yeah, Ministry of Sport and Community Development.
Yeah. Okay, great. Well, Louris, Kriscel. Louris, Kriscel, thank you ladies so much for joining us and just sharing about the Best Village competition. Of course, Kriscel, all the best in the Lauren Rivet competition. And of course, I know I'll be seeing you sometime soon, Louris, as usual. So thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us.
You're on the Now Morning Show. We're going to take a quick break and be right back. But up next, we have Chase Charlie Away with Ayinka. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned.